Truth matters because truth changes lives. I'm Emile. Welcome. So, what do you think about this? What if God's silence doesn't equate to God's absence? And here's the fear underneath that question. We live in a world that cannot stand quiet. Our phones buzz all the time. We get notifications of text messages and emails coming through almost without stop. And if we reach out to a friend and it's like 2 hours before they respond back, we kind of question the relationship or wonder if they're okay. So when we pour out our hearts to God, and he doesn't respond immediately, our minds jump to the conclusion that something's wrong. Maybe God isn't hearing me. Maybe I don't matter to God. Maybe God isn't really out there. Maybe God doesn't care. Why? Because we treat silence like a verdict, like proof that love only counts when it's loud, and that present only counts when you can prove it. If I don't hear anything, I assume there's something wrong. But here's the truth, and David puts this so well in Psalm 27 and verse 14. He says, "Wait for the Lord. Be strong and let your heart take courage." Wait for the Lord, he says a second time. Notice he doesn't say, pray and then tap your foot because God's going to answer right away. He doesn't say pray and then be looking around every corner for God's move. He says, wait for the Lord. Now, that word wait is so interesting. It literally means to braid cords together to create something strong. I find that fascinating. It makes me wonder if waiting isn't about God braiding the single cords of our faith together to develop something strong enough for the answer that He's bringing when it's right for that answer to come into our lives. You see, there's really nothing wrong with silence if we think about it. Seeds grow and they're completely silent. Babies grow in the womb and they're completely silent. Stars flash across our entire sky. We see the light, but they are completely silent. Growth never has needed noise. All it's needed is time. Think of sitting in a theater. The lights drop and the curtain falls between acts. Nobody in the crowd stands up and says, "Oh my goodness, the actors have left. The show's over." No, it's intermission. And you wait quietly. You chatter a little, but you're not anxious because nobody's abandoned you. You're just waiting for the next part of the act. Well, even though we know exactly what's happening behind those curtains, crews are moving sets and actors are changing costumes, we never question what's coming. When God drops the curtain over our lives and God's doing something in the silence, He hasn't left the building, He's setting the stage. Think about that. God has never stopped working in your life and in my life. God has never stopped pursuing you and me. And in the silence, in the time between the need or the prayer and the answer, God is still working powerfully to accomplish in your life and in my life what He needs. Maybe we're just not ready for His answer. Maybe God's braiding these strands of our faith to create something so strong and so powerful that the best is yet to come. Father, when heaven feels quiet, remind me that silence is not absence. Teach me to trust, even when I cannot track what you're doing. Take the weak, frayed strands of my faith and weave them into something strong enough to hold. and give me the courage to wait with hope, knowing you are always working, even when I cannot see it. Folks, God's silence is not a closed door, and nor is it a period of inactivity. It's the quiet workshop where He builds a faith strong enough to carry what's coming next. Thank you for joining me on Truth Matters. Leave a comment and share what God is teaching you. Until next time, remember, truth matters because truth changes lives.